What's up, y'all? How's it going? I just wanted to come on here and talk about a couple of things that I really wish I would have known before doing my first rug. Disclaimer, I'm not great at this yet. I am still learning. I think that I will get better with some time, but these are just things that I wish I would have known. I didn't watch a whole lot of rug tufting videos before I started. I just seen people do it and I'm like, I want to do that. It looks so fun. And it is fun. So just kind of, these are things I wish I would have known or thought about in advance before I got started. Not all of them are going to come with all the tools you need. This thing flew apart on me after I oiled it, which is one of the other things we talk about. But yeah, you're going to need a tool for the bottom piece. You're going to need one of these future doodles here. This is a hex key set. I didn't even say what it was. This is a hex key set, okay? Yeah. On top of that, I had to look up a whole different video about putting the bottom part together. Somebody did that, was really helpful. They were showing how to take it apart and all that. I'm still having trouble with it, which leads me to the next thing I wish I would have known, is if you buy this thing from Amazon, it's not going to be for all of them, but for the one that I got anyways, if you want to, if you have trouble, they're going to make you contact the manufacturer, which isn't a giant big deal, but they never responded to me. And Amazon, they were really nice, so they're like, you could send it back. And I was like, no. I kind of tinkered it with it some more. It's still having a little bit of issue, but I think I know what I have to do to fix it completely. But yeah, so that's one thing I wish I would have known. Just kind of expect that. If it happens, you might have to be on the phone with whoever you bought it from for a little bit to try to return it. And Amazon, they're not going to just let you turn around and send it back kind of thing. Not initially. You're going to have to talk to them. These, they are really useful. It's just a reusable lint scraper. Nothing special about it, but it really does help, and it'll help you kind of maintain your rugs that you do. Make them look a little bit nicer. I just recently got this. I wish I would have had it before. Next thing, probably should have been like the first thing I said, but you're really going to have to make sure that the fabric is super tight on this thing, because if not, you're going to get a bunch of little white fibers from the fabric coming up, and you don't want that. And then on top of that, if you don't stretch the fabric enough, it can make a complete hole in whatever you're doing, and you can't really fix that. It just took me a little bit of time to figure it out. Again, I didn't watch a lot of videos in advance. If I had, it would have saved me the hassle from some of this at least. This I did see from someone else's channel. You're going to want to take a look at what's on the label of the yarn that you are buying. It's going to have a lot number, and then it'll say color, and then the art number. You're going to want to make sure that all of that matches up. So the lot 3120308-1, if I was doing a larger piece and I needed to make sure I had, say, 2 of these, I would want to make sure that that number matches up. Because if not, it's not going to be the exact same color. And I think that for the most part, it's not going to be either way, but you want to make sure it matches as closely as possible, and that's how you know, because it's in the same batch that they dyed. I just recently figured this out because I was like, I didn't want to sacrifice on the color that I was choosing for that Oogie Boogie rug I did. I was like, I need a lime green. When I went to the store to get more of it, they were out. And the closest thing that I could find was a cotton yarn instead of acrylic. That was almost that same color, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think anything about it. It's kind of different. I did fine when I was tufting, but it's kind of harder to shape and cut, and I don't think that I'm going to enjoy using cotton yarn much. I'm sure there's some benefits, like number one, it's really freaking soft. I don't know what the other benefits are. The acrylic yarn is going to be the easiest to start off with. Oh, also, I wish I would have thought about where I was going to have to put this thing. I didn't really think about it. I was just like, oh, well, I'll put it wherever in the floor. And I have to have it elevated somewhat. And along with that, you're going to need it weighted down or clamped to the table or both to make sure that it doesn't move while you're tufting. Well, good thing I had this table, because if not, I don't know where I would have put it. Speaking of clamps, I got these from the Dollar Tree, and they're actually really good. It's kind of helped me from the fabric tearing. I'll stretch it as far as I can without it like being too tight, and I'll just kind of clamp these off to the side, like around, making sure it's not going to be in the way of the tufting gun. And it kind of helps hold everything. You're going to need some machine oil. This is like sewing machine oil. Just got it at Hobby Lobby. You're going to want to maintain the gun. It should have a manual that comes with it, and it should tell you, oil all moving parts. Hobby Lobby, they do not have primary tufting fabric, which shocked me because it's a really popular hobby. At least it has been within the last few years from what I see. They don't have it. I did ask them if they would order it. They said, no, we can't order it if it's not on the website. So just expect to source that fabric either from Amazon or other places, because Hobby Lobby isn't going to have it. Hobby Lobby is basically the only craft store that's near me. There might be one other one, but I've never been to it. So, yeah, on top of that, I did not know that I would need this. For my first project, I was sitting there. The yarn, it comes off of this thing up here. I was sitting there just kind of doing this and having a whole bunch lay on the floor. I was like, what do people do? Like, I don't understand. This is taking so much time. Because everything was getting wrapped up and like, it's just awful. You need one of these because it's going to take the yarn and it's going to just spin it, and it's not going to be to where you can't use it, because in this form you can't really use it. It's going to be unspun. So this will line your yarn. You just put the yarn through here, thread it through. This thing comes off so you can lay it wherever. And I still don't have the ideal setup for that, because I've seen other people. They have like a little, I don't even know what it's called, a little thing sitting off to the side where they have their skeins of yarn, and they can also do multiples at a time, which is what I need to do. One other thing I've seen people do is they'll take two of the same color of yarn and they will thread it through at the same time on the gun. So instead of tufting just one singular line, they're tufting two at a time, and it's going to make your projects go by a lot quicker. I've got a vacuum. It's just a little, handheld. But I'm going to need a better one eventually, because yarn will go everywhere, and I kind of knew that would happen, but I didn't think it would happen as bad. Literally, after every project I've done, I have to take time to sit there and clean everything up. Because if you don't, it's going to end up getting trapped through your apartment or your house, whatever. The dog is going to take it in there and try to chew it up, which my dog hasn't done that, but I know some dogs would. So, yeah, you're going to have extensive cleanup time. I hope this was helpful to somebody in some way. If you're just starting tufting, I'm happy for you. I don't have a lot of experience. I'm learning, and it's super fun. I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you all for watching, and thank you also for the new subscribers on my channel. I really appreciate y'all. Hope you're having a good day. Take care. See you in the next one. Peace. And also, one other thing I didn't know, and it really would have helped me, this knob controls your speed. I didn't know. I was on the highest setting, just flying by it, whatever. You can turn that down, and it will help you tremendously. All right, I'm done now. Bye, y'all.